Hi guys, Christmas is around the corner and we're about to make some Christmas chin-chins. Do you guys think I'm too early for that? No, I don't think so. Are you also looking for ideas to start a petty business this season? Go ahead and follow this recipe. Make some beautiful, tasty, and crunchy chin-chins. Bottle them, take them out and sell them to these very busy people who need some crunchy, tasty chin-chins in their homes this Christmas season. And trust me, they will definitely come back for more. But what do we need for this recipe? So here I went in for 2000 grams of all-purpose flour, or you can use 16 cups of flour. I also went in for 300 grams of soft butter. So always make sure that your butter is at room temperature. That's very important. We used 300 grams of sugar. You can use less. I'll advise you to use less if you want to. So here we have 1 cup of powdered milk. I forgot to mention that I also used fresh milk. You can use any milk of your choice. I used 1.5 cup of fresh milk. You can use just powdered milk and add in some water. You can use evaporated milk. You can use any milk of your choice. But I have a secret for you, a tip. Milk is very important in your chin chin. It helps the chin chin to be crunchier than you ever thought. Now we're adding in 4 eggs, um, some vanilla powder. I went in for vanilla powder and some nutmeg. Now let's go ahead and measure our sugar. I went in for 300 grams of sugar. I mixed in the white and brown sugar. You can go for any kind of sugar you want, but I will also advise you to use less sugar. Some people might want to have it very sweet, but you get why you get why. Reduce the quantity of sugar you consume. Now onto our butter. Let's go for 300 grams of soft butter or room temperature butter. If you want to add more butter, then know that your chin chin will not be as crunchy as what I am going to present to you. Your chin chin will be very rich and you're going to struggle during frying. Trust me. Now let's put all our dry ingredients together, but we're going to start by sieving our flour. Sieving is very important because one, it acts like a racing agent. Did you know that? Yes, it does. It acts like a racing agent and it also helps prevent any particles that might be found in our flour or other ingredients. So we are done sieving our flour. Let's go on to our milk. We also went ahead to sieve our powdered milk. Once that is done, go ahead and add in your vanilla sugar. So we poured in our vanilla sugar. We used about 2 teaspoons of vanilla sugar. Then we also added 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Always make sure you sieve your baking powder because they always have lumps. So you do not want your baking powder to go and remain in one spot of your dough or your mixture. All right, guys. So we added 2 teaspoons of nutmeg and our 300 grams of sugar, mixed sugar. Then we went ahead to add 2 teaspoons of salt. I used the pink Himalaya salt. You can use any salt of your choice. Once all the dry ingredients are put together, go ahead and mix them beautifully. You can use a whisk to mix them, but I prefer to go with my hands because I need to have that feel on my fingertips and know exactly what I'm doing. Now, once you've mixed everything nicely, bore a hole in the middle and add in your butter. Now, we went in with our butter, but there was some butter left in the bowl. So I used part of the flour to clean up all the butter in the bowl. That was the African woman in me at work. No room for wastage. Yes. So we go ahead and mix it gently in between our fingers and our palms, raising it a little bit up. You know why we're doing that? Because air acts as a raising agent. I keep saying this. Yeah, rub it in between your hands and raise it up a little bit to let air incorporate some air into it. That air acts as an additional raising agent. Once you've done this and you feel that the texture feels sandy, just like this, or it looks like gari. I'm using gari so that you guys can know, for those who know what gari looks like, or let me say medium sand, sandy texture. Now continue mixing it until you get that sandy texture. Once you've gotten that sandy texture, just like what we have in the video, then it's time to add in the wet ingredients. So we are at that point now. Let's go ahead and add in our wet ingredients. So onto our eggs. We are going to crack our eggs in a separate bowl. Now, we do that for two reasons. One, because we do not want to have eggshells in our mixture. And secondly, if you're not very sure about the freshness of your eggs, always crack it aside. I was very sure about my freshness. That's why I did all in the same bowl. But if you're not, do them separately. Yes. Now we are going to bore another hole and pour in our eggs. Once that is done, mix it gently until your egg is completely absorbed by the mixture. You can go ahead and whisk your eggs before adding it, but I just wanted to go straight away with it. So once that is done, we're going to go ahead with our milk. You have to add your milk gradually. Once you add in your milk, go ahead and mix just like what I'm doing. Mix until the milk is completely absorbed. Then add in more. Like I said, add it gradually. So we added it about 3 times. Mixed everything until you have a beautifully mixed dough. You also have to make sure that your dough is not sticky. That's why you have to add your water or your liquid gently. Okay? So at the end of the day, this is what we have, something that looks like this. Now we are going to knead and knead until we have a smooth and beautiful looking dough like this. So this is what our dough looks like at the end of the day. It is beautiful. It's not sticky. It's just what we need. So we are going to go ahead and cover it and let it rest for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. All right. So it's been 1 hour and this is what our dough looks like. We're going to go ahead again and just knead the dough. Then put it on our surface. I don't have a very big surface. We're going to put it on our surface, knead it again, and then I went ahead to cut it into 4 equal parts. So we're going to set the other part aside and then continue with our process. Since our surface is very small, let's just use 1/4 of the dough, knit it properly, and then cut it again into 4 equal parts. Now, once that is done, use your palm to flatten the dough first, put it on your surface, and use your rolling pin to flatten the dough properly. Flatten it and flip the sides until you get the desired thickness that you want. You do not want it to be very thick and you do not want it to be very thin. So guys, we have flattened our chin chin into our desired thickness, and now it is time to um, cut and slice our chin chin into our desired shapes and length. Now we do not have a chin chin cutter, so we're going to go ahead and use our knife just like so and slice them gently and beautifully. Once that is done, transfer them into a clean tray. Yeah, just like what I'm doing. A tip for you: once you feel that your surface is a bit sticky, just apply a little bit of oil, spread the oil on top, and continue flattening your dough. You can also go ahead and use a pizza cutter to cut um, your dough. All right. Now, once we've done this, it's time to begin with our frying. In a pot of hot oil, we're going to go in and dip our sliced chin chin already, our sliced dough. Now, you do not want your oil to be very, very hot, because if you have very hot oil, you're going to fail in the frying process because your chin chins are just going to get burnt. Now, if you're not very sure of the oil temperature, just go ahead and drop one or two slices of your chin chin in the oil, and this will help you estimate the temperature of your oil. So now our chin chin has been frying for or cooking for a few minutes. Always double check and stir your chin chin so it doesn't get burnt. At this stage, our chin chin is beautifully fried and it's golden brown. So it's time to take it off the heat. Always make sure you take off your chin chin when they're just golden brown, because cooking process continues while it's cooling down. Now allow your chin chin to cool down properly and then preserve them in an airtight container. Once your chin chin is in an airtight container, it can last you a month and more, and they will still remain crunchy and tasty. Here I used a cookie jar container, and I also went ahead to use a zipper bag. Zipper bags are also very good. Just put them there and seal them properly, and they will last you as long as you want. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much, and please do not forget to like, comment, and share my videos. I remain your humble girl, Chanazi's Twist, and I will be back again with another episode of The Twist. Stay connected, and I'll be bringing you more videos. I love you all. See you again, and do not forget to be kind to people you meet on your way up, because you might soon meet them on your way down. See you again. Bye bye. Mwah.